So now we are going to look further into into practicality and look at, okay, so we have all this stuff, very cerebral, we know what the priority is, we know what the purpose is, it's wonderful, looks great, thank you. Now how do I apply this in my artistic life? Now when God was giving this to me, He made it very clear about how I worded this. And He stressed to me to say artistic life, not art. Because usually when we deal with the relationship between our art and our faith, it's always about message. Again, the church is about that two-pronged, evangelism and worship, right? And so we focus on message. Is your movie talking about Christ, right? Is your dancing about, whatever. And so again, we're talking about these people. Right? We're talking about those people who don't do that. So what does it look like? So your artistic life is more than just your art. Your art is only a part of your life, right? So He had me break that apart. So the artistic life, at least as He gave it to me, per Him to me, is trifold. So you have the person, right? You have the process, and you have the product. These are all parts of your artistic life. So the person is you, who you are, your disposition, your attitude, who you are. The process is about how you go about doing things, how you go about creating your art, who you are, or should I say, how you go about getting deals, getting parts, getting opportunities. It's your process of doing things. The making the art, the dealing in the business, the interacting with other people. That's the how. And then the product is the art. It's the painting, the movie, the script. And by extension, the message in that. Right? Like I said, we usually tend to focus here when we talk about faith and art, but it's more than that. So let's look practically how we bring all this stuff into here. Again, we're looking at how do we live for God in our professional art life, and what does that look like, okay? So the first thing is the person. Now, my question is, who is the person that they encounter when they encounter you? I wrote some questions. Who is the person that they encounter? What impact will that encounter have on them? And what can that encounter produce for the kingdom priority? Basically, again, the question is, when people taste your fruit, do they taste branch or do they taste apple? Right? Are they tasting you or are they tasting God? Who is that person? So again, we're looking at, if my art is not talking about worship and evangelism, how do I live for God? How do I do this reconciliation thing if I'm not in that? So we're going to look at person. And the first thing is, you are son first, then an artist, right? But you are more than that also. You are the fragrance of Christ. You are the light of the world. You are a dispenser of the love of God, right? You are the salt of the earth. So one way that we do this is when people encounter you. We talked about that. When they encounter you. So what we're going to do, because what does that look like in practicality?